Hank Haney, one of, I'm going to say, the most famous American coach, best known for teaching Tiger Woods and two-time major champion Marco Mira, says he can fix anybody's slice in one shot. Now I'm really intrigued at this because it's a little bit weird, so let's put it to the test. There's 5 steps, here's step number 1. Now this really intrigued me. Many people actually slice the golf ball. We start at address and we close it, then we place our hands on. He says that is the worst thing you can do. Because, he says, like, let's look at this big ball here. If your face is closed at address, you're less likely to release the golf club through impact. You're more likely to sort of hold it off. So the tip number 1, he says you've got to start with a square face because it gives you the license then to release the club. If it's already too closed, we're less likely to close the face, more likely to hold it off. So tip number 1, let's start with our club face nice and square, which is simply, as you're looking down from player cam, we've got the toe of the golf club and the heel of the golf club all in one line. The next stage is to take your grip once the club face is nice and square. Now, this again surprised me a little bit. The left hand didn't, because we get 2.5 knuckles there, and get this V pointing into our right shoulder. Now, if I just showed you that sort of like there, that's sort of what we're looking for. Now, he said this to go with grip. He likes when the right hand's a little more under the golf club rather than on top. And the grip pressure is key. The grip pressure is key, okay? So have a look at that there. Right hand a little more under. Now, the more your hands, as you're looking at this in player cam, are rotated to the right side of the golf club, the more you've got the ability, when you release the club, to close it. Now, if we want to draw it, we need that club face to be closed relative to our path. So, that's what the grip wants to look like for point number 2. This is where it starts to all go a little strange, I'm not going to lie. This is where it really has me intrigued. So remember that grip pressure, remember the club face being square. He then says, I'm going to stand away from the golf ball. Remember, he says in one shot. You're now going to start making clockwise circles from your player perspective. So as you're looking at the screen right here, it will look anti-clockwise, but as you should be doing it and following this video, it should be clockwise circles. So look, I'm using my wrist to do that. He says stay square on and make some clockwise circles at a medium speed. I know this is a little strange, but this is stage number 3. So this is part number 4 of 5. I've only got 2 stages left now. Split this into A and B. A being, create the same clockwise circles with your back to target. Still a medium speed. Now this is interesting. Clockwise means hitting from the inside. Most of us, when we slice the golf ball, we move anti-clockwise. We create that loop. So, part A of number 4, back to target, clockwise circles here. Now this is where we start to really bring this to life. I now want you to turn in your backswing and create an anti-clockwise circle as you do it. So a little bit of something like this really. Turn anti-clockwise, turn anti-clockwise, turn anti-clockwise, turn anti-clockwise. Now look where that club was moving. It was really exaggerated in here, really exaggerated in here. It's got more of a blend of a reality sort of swing. So for 8 to 10 reps at part number 4 in B, just really get that feeling of as you turn, you're going to create an anti-clockwise feeling. As you turn, anti-clockwise feeling in that transition. Now I can't wait for you to go on to number 5. This is where it all starts to come really together. So this is where our picture would be. And then this T-peg is where sort of first base would be, over in this direction. We're now going to try and feel as though we hit out towards first base. And let's make some practice swings, right? Let's really make some practice swings. Now, I really like this part of the video. He says, as he's doing that, I want you to feel the club face closes quicker. Now to do that, feel the logo of your glove is pointing to the ground. Like, look at this. If I point my logo to the ground, look how it starts to close my face. Now, closing our face, swinging to the right, is how you go from slicing to drawing the golf ball. Now, so stage 5 really looks like this. We're turning, we're creating our clockwise loop, we're closing our face out to first base and round. That loop was different class. That loop was different class. So do this, I'd say slow for 3 reps, then medium, then fast. Let's do another slow. Turn, loop, close, out to first base. Turn, loop, close, out to first base. Then we'd go medium, we'd go a little quicker, then up to fast. Really building on that momentum of swinging into out. We're now ready to hit a shot. So in one shot now, you bring all those elements of those feelings together, you will go from slicing to drawing the golf ball. Like look, this is what he says. So we've got our grip, we've got our setup, we're gonna feel an over. This element right here, it feels so good. Feels so good, I've tested this. So it's clockwise, logo to the ground, out to first base. It feels exaggerated and it really should. Oh, look at the shape on that. Look at the shape on that. In 5 steps and in 1 golf shot, we have tested Hank Haney's Slice Fix. And you know what? Even though it is weird and it feels quite peculiar, it really does work.